Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to the new review on my channel. This time it's Wizardry Squirt. Squirt? I don't know how you really pronounce that. But anyway, this is a sponsored video just for your information. We're getting paid to do this review because we got the game for free and stuff. Full disclosure as usual. So, Wizardry Squirt. Squirt? Yeah. I don't know. So, Wizardry Squared. General. Wizardry Squared is a physics-based 2D platform shooter from an anonymous indie developer. No, for real. There's no name and the name is anonymous, so yeah. Who cares anyway? We play as a small block that maneuvers through percentage generated 2D levels and casts magic by drawing. Kudos for this refreshing concept. There is even a little story in the game, but more on that in a moment. First of all, we have played a beta version here, so various things can and will change in the game when it's released. Above all, you shouldn't take the bugs so seriously. So let's get started with game principle. The game as it is great. First of all, we draw lines that create spells with which we can influence the world, like moving blocks and stuff. We can combine several spells to achieve greater effects. Here, for example, I combine Arrow Up with another spell to make the quarter block and me on the quarter block float, so we can reach higher distances. Unfortunately, later spells are not available initially. You have to buy them and not just find out about them. That would be cooler if you accidentally create a big ball of fire or an explosion when you make a mistake instead of making a block fly, for example. In our testing, we found that the squares don't make any sense to us. We need them to cast spells. The spell cost differs. The spell costs like a different numbers of squares. We get squares for killing monsters and destroying blocks. We also use squares to upgrade, to buy upgrades in the camp, i.e., to unlock new spells and better attributes. So yeah, we don't. What we think is like, why would we need squares to use to do like spells or to do drawings? Why is it so farmy? I think that's nothing that should be at this place. Anyway, what we also think is that the game does not introduce new spells fast enough. We usually spend all our squares to find the next exit, or because you have to find the exit in the game to proceed further, and therefore we draw and do an attack all time, and so why do we spend squares here? Anyway, unfortunately there are no attack spells with impressive graphics. That would be cool. The spells cannot be saved and assigned to a hotkey. That would be desirable because it's sometimes really tricky to execute them when you're in fight or something. That the whole world can be destroyed is a conscious decision. The level design is generated in percent, so like with an AI or something, so unfortunately you often do not know where to go. It's not like going from left to right. The search for the goal is made even more difficult if the ground is already destroyed everywhere by us for squares or by our opponents who are shooting at us. So in our opinion, the game should have been more based on the tutorial, where this does not happen. The tutorial was more fun than the level with the holes everywhere. The game is also very fun when we swing along on the block, a bit like Indiana Jones, or catapult ourselves past all opponents to the goal with a flying block. The game really has untapped potential here and can offer so much more than these random levels. Story. The story is only a minor matter in such a platform skillcraft shooter, but it is very interesting and characterized by humor. Um, for our crime, sorcery, we should be rounded. We escape our prison and make our way through different levels where we can always come back to our camp and learn slash buy new skills. In the camp, there's also the possibility for us to win a pet for our adventure. Our cat delightfully collects squares for us so that we don't always have to jump after every block. We can't and we don't want to say much more about the story. Play it yourself. To find out more, you can find the link in the video description. Technology. The drawing of the spells succeeds mostly, if not always. A good system is it anyways. Unfortunately, there are more frequent bugs that require the game to be restarted. For example, when opening two menus at the same time, sometimes the spells are not accepted correctly, sometimes the door cannot be opened, the wall jump can be done on one wall only, like you have the mobile, you have to jump from the right wall to the left wall and stuff, and so you can always jump on the right wall. The info tags are not the right size in the camp. Yeah. Teething troubles, as you would say. Two good patches and the problems are fixed. Nevertheless, the game runs smoothly and without lag, even when a lot is happening on the screen. It is important to mention again that we played a beta version of the game. Many things are not final. Controls. The controls in the game work quite well, even if you need a few attempts at the beginning to understand how drawing the spells works. As soon as you get the hang of it, you get into a good flow and just draw it in that way. Even if you are not that skilled at drawing straight lines, don't worry, neither can I. The game is smart enough to understand that we are not Picasso. Graphics. Wizardry graphics are not particularly noteworthy. They are pretty nice 2D blocks that stand out against a suitable background. The animations are nice too, but nothing special. The spells in the game are well represented. The cat who collects the squares for us is particularly cute. Bonus for that. Conclusion. Wizardry Squirt is a refreshing addition to the gaming market. Finally, not a copy and paste indie game, but a concept created with love and emotion. Even if it may not have come across like that before, we have to say it is a clear insider tip for us. So, when the game is released, the bugs mentioned here will no longer be presented. We definitely had fun in our run, and the concept is simple, impressive, and we are happy that we got to play Wizardry Squirt. If you feel like trying the game, take a look at the video description. There you will find the link to the game. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we can see you in the next review. Bye!